Hi everyone, the following is going to be a sample video for a Legacy CenturyLink order, and it's going to be a triple play. It's going to be a new customer. So as you can see, I'm already at the qualify customer tab, and I already qualify an address, and it's under the CenturyLink territory. I already have the customer information, and I have submitted that information, and I already submitted the address information to qualify it. Because it is a new customer, I didn't use the existing CenturyLink customer checkbox. So all I needed was the zip code, the address, the unit number, and then the city and state are automatically populated. Okay, so I'm going to move forward into the qualification results tab. Once again, this is for a new customer, and it is being done in the demo environment. Okay, when we move forward into the qualifications results tabs, we see the promotions for the new customer. So we have triple plays, double plays, single plays, and as you can see, the Prism service, the TV service that CenturyLink offers, is available at this location. I'm going to go into the pricing options. We have promotional prices for the triple play, $162.89, and then we have the regular price at $202.89. There's the promo disclaimer box, and there is the feature box, which works similar to the way they worked in the previous videos for the Legacy Quest customers. So I'm going to go ahead and select the highest bundle, triple play here, and then move forward into the customizations tab. We'll be able to see a lot of the differences from Legacy Quest on that page. So I'm going to click on customize products to move forward. As you can see, like in all the other providers, when you select the package or bundle that you're placing the order for, it turns screen customize products so you can move forward. Okay, so now we are in the customizations tab. What we can see here in the customizations tab is very similar to what we saw for the Legacy Quest customer. Once again, the difference is that this is Legacy CenturyLink, and it's not falling under the Legacy Quest checkbox. It falls under the CenturyLink. Okay, so the first thing to point out, features is also available. The tab on the top left hand corner, you can open it by clicking on it, and it gives you information about the bundles. You can close it through the close box or by clicking outside of the box. Okay, so the first thing that we need to select is the pricing options. So for the pricing options, there's actually only one option, which is $162.89. It's a 2-year price lock, and then it gives you information about the service. The regular price is right there below the promotional price, and it is the $202.89. So I'm going to select this pricing option, which is the only one available. And as we can see, when we check on the card, the monthly price, which is the regular price, is $202.89, and it is matching the monthly promotional price, $162.89, which it is the price that we selected. And then there's the total initial fee, which is the activation fee of $58.75. And it does have the information about the 2-year price lock, so it has information about the contract under the options and fees box on the card. Now that we select in the pricing option, the next required field will be the required services. So this has to do with the tech or the installations, the options that are available. In this case, the only option is a professional tech installation plus Prism. So it's a professional installation. What is required here? We're seeing a price option of $0 and no shipping fees, no monthly fees. So if I select this, it should not be adding any fees to the cart, which is not. So I select this option, which is the only one available, the Pro Install, and nothing changed. Everything will remain the same. The only change that we see under the card is under the options and fees. We see a bullet point for the selection, which is Professional Tech Install plus Prism. Now that we've selected the installation option, we move into the modem options. There's only one option here as well, and it's basically to lease the modem, and there's no fees being added to the bundle if we select the only option. And yep, when I do that, it doesn't add any fees, and it is added once again into the options and fees box in the cart. Now I'm going to move into the next section, which is the optional accessories. It actually says optional. This might be something that is showing up on the demo environment, but I'm seeing that the three options are the Prism DVR service, the Prism HD service, and Prism TV set-top box. So not all of them are optional. You do need to select something here for the TV service, otherwise the customer wouldn't be getting the right amount of receivers. So once again, there's an eye next to the selections. This eye, when the agent clicks on it, it's gonna pop up a full screen. It's gonna give you a full screen pop-up, and it's gonna show you the regular price of that service and the promotional price. So in this case, it is the TV DVR service and the home DVR service. Prism TV receive first 3 months of DVR service free. Prism Complete receive first 12 months of DVR service free. Prism Premium free for life. Regular monthly fee is $8.99. So I did select the premium. So if I select this option to be included, the Prism TV DVR service, there shouldn't be any fees added to the cart. And what I'm noticing is that when I select it, it is adding the fee of $8.99. But this could be because we're on the demo environment and it is yet to be functioning the right way in this environment. So even though it is free for life, it is adding it on the card when we are doing it on the demo environment. But again, it might be just acting abnormal right now in this environment. The next selection is the HD service. I'm going to click on it just to find out if I have to pay a fee or if it's free with the premium service. Premium and receive HD free for life. So with the premium service, I don't have to pay the $11.99 per month. So it might actually add it, but it should be zero. It did add it, but in reality it should not be added. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep it. And again, the fees are going up, but I should only be paying the promotional price, which is $162.89. I shouldn't be paying any additional fees for the DVR and HD service because I selected the premium package. And then when it comes to the TV setup boxes, I'm going to select additional TVs. Once you select additional Prism TV setup boxes, that gives you the option to select the number of TVs. I'm going to do 2. That's going to be added to the cart. Let's see how the pricing breaks down for this section. Primary set-top box include at no extra charge. So the primary set-top box, it's included at no extra charge, so you're not charged that $8.99. All STVs are DVR HD ready. So all the receivers are already ready for DVR and HD services, whether you want to pay for those services. Additional box of details: TVs 2 to 4 wireless equipment, no installation charge. TVs 5 to 8 wired. So it gives you an explanation of charges in case you were to add a certain amount of TVs setup boxes. Okay, so I'm gonna leave the selections that way I have them. I'm noticing that it's not green out or red out at this point on this environment, but I've actually completed the 3 selections, so I can move forward. So HD service and the DVR service here are optional. You don't have to include them. I'm gonna remove them because they're just adding fees to the card. I'm just gonna leave the TV setup box option chosen, and I'm gonna make it 1 TV. Okay, so the next section is the customer information section on the customization tab, and here is where we have the first name, last name, email, and contact phone number of the customer. This information has been automatically populated from what was entered on the qualified customer tab. The 2 things that need to be completed in order to move forward is gather the customer date of birth and then the social security number to run a credit check. As you can see, when compared to Legacy Quest, with Legacy CenturyLink, there is no option to authenticate or run a credit check using the driver license of the customer, so it's only through a social security number that you could do it, so there's no driver license option. For the date of birth, you have the option of entering the date of birth or using the calendar. To enter the date of birth, you got to use the acceptable method, which is with dashes. It's like M the month, 05 for May, dash, and then 21 for the day, or 22, whichever the day is, dash, and then the entire year. You got to enter the 4 digits, so 1984, 1985. Got to make sure you enter all 4 digits for the year. So you can select it to the calendar. So you can move back and forth through the decades. I'm going to go back to the 70s and then select 75, and then I'm going to select a month and a day, and there we have the date of birth for the customer. This from a customer that was given for the test environment, so I got to make it 1968. There you go. And the social security number that I'm going to enter here. Okay, so I already entered the social security number for the social security field. As you can see, I entered the 9 digits. Credit check box, it has been turned on and it's green, so I can move forward. Before I do move forward, I want to verify the shipping address. Even though there was no shipment options for this order, I'm just going to go ahead and verify it. This is where the agent, in case there is a self-install kit or a shipment of a modem, anything that needs to be shipped, otherwise they could be sending it to the incorrect address. So because it is being automatically populated from the service address, so we want to make sure that it is the same address where you want to receive the shipment than where you are setting up the service. In this case, I'm just going to go ahead and leave it the way it is. I'm not going to make changes to it. I'm just going to assume that that is the correct address in case there was any shipment options included on this order, which are not, but I'm just going to leave it like that. Now I'm going to run the credit check. So the system is thinking, as you can see, is spinning right here, which lets me know that the system is actually thinking and running the credit check. Waiting to see if there's any deposits needed or advance payments. I also need to select the installation date. Here we go. So with the credit information that I use, there's no deposit amount needed. The only thing that I need to select on this page is the appointment date. Now, even though there's no deposit amounts needed, I am seeing payment information that is required. This could be due because I'm in the demo environment, or because it is showing deposit amount. Maybe there is just an error within the deposit amount needed. I'm seeing a $$ forward -- once. So maybe there is a fee, but it's not showing correctly here, and that's why I'm seeing the payment information. So I'm going to select the installation date, and as you can see, for Legacy CenturyLink, you can select the next available dates or in a weekend. So I'm placing the order today on the 16th of September, and Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday are grayed out, and so are Saturday and Sunday. And you can notice that all the Saturdays and Sundays are grayed out. This is because no installation will be done on the weekends. And the reason my next installation is all the way until the 23rd is because it is every 5th date on the calendar, and that has to be a business day. So weekends don't count. So if I count it off, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, then don't count the weekend. The 5th day is the Monday, the 23rd. So that's the day that I'm selecting for the installation, and that's the way the calendar works. If you count to the 5th day, and that 5th date happens to be a holiday, let's say it happens to be July 4th, then the agent has to select the next date. So whenever the 5th date is a holiday, the agents have to make sure that they select the date that is next in the calendar. That might be, maybe if it is a Friday that the holiday happens, then they're going to have to select all the way to the next Monday, because they won't have the option to select a weekend installation. So now I'm going to enter the visa information for this order to be able to place it. Okay, so once you enter the numbers, they turn green. You want to make sure that you enter the correct amount of digits and that you get the correct number of the card. It does turn green after 13 digits are entered, and a Visa needs 16, so you want to make sure that you're collecting the right amount of digits. Expiration date I'm going to use here is January 2013. Name on the card, I'm just going to use the same as in the test name, and the customer relation is going to be self. Okay, so on this section, it's still the customization page. After the credit check, I selected the appointment, I enter the payment information. Now there's a billing address information. This is the address that the card is linked to. So it could be an address that is different than the service address, so the agent wants to be proactive and update this in case it is different. So if it happened to be different, then I would have to enter a different billing address, the one that is attached to the card. In this case, I'm just going to assume that it is the same address, that everything is good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and click on review order. And here you go. After we click on review order, I'm now on the review and submit tab. And here's where we got all the information on the order. So we got the villain name for the customer, and then you have all that service address information, contact information, as the email address and phone number. The fees information breaks down the monthly price fees and then the promotional fees. It also gives you the initial one-time fees. Then you have those fees also broken down to what they are per selection. So additional Prism TV setup box is $8.99 per additional TV, and it gives you information about the pricing. The one-time fees are also included here, and then there will be more information about services and the promotion and customization details. Okay, once on this page, you're basically just reviewing, and you want to make sure everything is correct. And if everything is correct, you can submit the order right here. I'm going to click on submit, and here we have it. We get our order confirmation number. Okay, this says that a CenturyLink work order number is unassigned. This is probably the way that is right now set up on the demo environment, where it's not providing us any information. And it says appointment date, if your requested due date cannot be met, CenturyLink will contact you to schedule. Okay, so it just gives you a notification that in case CenturyLink is not able to set up the appointment, they'll contact you to set up an appointment. We did notice that on the customizations tab. I'm going to move back right here, but you should not be doing this on the real environment, moving back and forth through the tab. So I'm going to move back. There was no option under the installation date to select a checkbox for CenturyLink to contact you, and this is different than what we saw on Legacy Quest. So on the Legacy Quest interface, there was a checkbox where you click on it if you want to get contacted by CenturyLink to set up the appointment. And like we mentioned, we don't want the agents using that unless the system did not provide an installation date. In this case, for Legacy CenturyLink, there was an appointment field, and when we used it, it did provide us an installation date, but there's no checkbox for them to receive a call from CenturyLink in case there's no installation date. I'm not 100% sure if this is the way that is supposed to work on production, that on Legacy Quest it does give you that option to click on that checkbox, and that on Legacy CenturyLink it doesn't. We'll provide more information regarding that when we release the interface, but I did wanted to point it out because I noticed that for CenturyLink it did not give you that checkbox, so there's a possibility that it is something that is not available on the Legacy CenturyLink interface, and that might not be needed in order to receive a call. Maybe they would take care of it on their back end and use basically the contact information provided on the order. And that does it for the an order for a new customer for Legacy CenturyLink. Our next video is going to be for an existing customer using this exact same address. So please pay close attention for that video so you can see the differences that it has when compared to a new customer.